Fox 23's Devin Lyon is live in East Tulsa. Devin, you talked to a local barber and a cosmetologist to get their take on this situation.
That's right, and everyone agrees that this decision is a big one and could lead to some change. However, the people I spoke to today are split on whether this decision is the correct one in order to help their industry. The governor's veto of House Bill 1030 stops the extended life of the State Board of Cosmetology and Barbering. The board oversees hundreds of thousands of barbers, hairstylists, and more in the industry. In the governor's veto message, he says, quote, "This bill would extend the life of the State Board of Cosmetology and Barbering, a state agency that by now should be restructured or consolidated under a more appropriate umbrella." To gauge the impact on those in this industry, I spoke to Jonathan Moore and Shaylin Moore. They are not related. Jonathan owns Tom's Men's Haircuts in Tulsa.
And so I just sat with myself and said, okay, what's going on here? The question is, there's a question that's like, what does the board do? What is the board supposed to do?
Shaylin owns the Artisan Institute of Cosmetology, Barbering, and Aesthetics in Skytook. She is worried about pausing the industry that oversees the safety standards for this career field.
So the state board, what they do for us is they regulate us as a school, because a lot of these items that we do could cause major health impacts to the general population. You don't want anyone doing your straight razor shave that just walked in off the street today with a scalpel, or your chemical peel, or maybe you want highlights. Well, if they just started today and they don't know the proper safety training and protocol, you may end up just with no hair.
Jonathan believes the market will demand a certain quality of service whether the board is active or not. He says it's important to not get lost in the politics on these changes.
My main thing is not let fear regulate decisions, not let our emotions lead us astray and things like that. So when it comes to customer service and cleanliness, sanitation, procedures, we're going to pride ourselves on the highest standard possible. And so we don't necessarily rely on a board to regulate for us.
By deregulating us, that allows anyone off the street to be able to do those things. And how do you differentiate from those who are educated and trained and those who just decided to take it up and not do any research?
Meanwhile, Shaylin believes their industry is being used as a pawn in the politics at the state capitol.
I am so tired of fighting just to have our industry and be able to work and be productive.
Those who want to override by the state legislature have until the end of the week for that to happen. As it stands right now, the governor is wanting the legislature to look more into the purpose of this board before extending it or handing it off to another agency. Live in East Tulsa, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.